Hey there, I'm Renee Brack and this is Movie Juice right here on Star Picks, and this is the show that gives you the inside scoop on what's coming out in cinemas and all the latest movie news. Here's what's coming up. I put the bite on Robert Pattinson to find out some intriguing info about the new baby in Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. You'll also get a look at a disturbing comedy called God Bless America. In Premiere, lucky Alicia Malone found Alec Baldwin on the red carpet for Rise of the Guardians. And I revealed just how much smart success comes from playing insane characters in crazy roles. But before all that good stuff, we'll head to Trailer Park. You know, Bruce Willis never gets old, in some ways. The Die Hard franchise has been very kind to him. It's sold a lot of popcorn and it's entertained us. That's why so many people are excited about the fifth film with the great title, A Good Day to Die Hard. So here's your first look at John McClane back in action.
Dad, just try not to make an even bigger mess of things.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Да.
Что, он тебе First time in Moscow? Yeah. First time. You American? Yeah, New York. Are you cop? Yeah. Welcome to Moscow. Jack! Dad? Nobody's gonna die today. Need a hug? We're not a hugging family. Damn straight.
A Good Day to Die Hard is out in cinemas in the US on Valentine's Day, with Australia to follow soon after. Now we'll take a look at Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. I got some alone time with Robert Pattinson when he was in Australia, and he really opened up about who this film is really all about. And I found out who he'd rather work with, an animatronic baby with little milk fangs or a real one. Take a look.
After 18 years of being utterly ordinary, I finally found that I could shine. I was born to be a vampire.
It's so beautiful. We're the same temperature now.
I didn't expect you to seem so... you?
I have to report a crime. The Cullens, they've done something terrible.
It's my daughter. The Volturi think Renesmee's an immortal child.
She was born, not bitten. She grows every single day.
Oh my.
Maintaining our secret has never been more imperative.
What is it, Alice?
The Volturi, they're coming for us.
Now, what does it mean to you to finally bring, I suppose, the character of Edward Cullen to the end of his journey at the end of Breaking Dawn Part 2?
It's very strange. I mean, this is much... The whole of Breaking Dawn was really, really Bella's story. I mean, kind of... Edward's film was really the first one, I guess. That was kind of where he was the most integral. But this is Bella kind of becoming the person who she wants to be, or who she needs to be. And Edward kind of is a witness. But it's great to see him calm down. He's less angsty, and he actually kind of gets to be decisive. I mean, he's very, very indecisive in all the other movies, so it was quite fun.
Would you say that becoming a vampire then would make Bella more than human or less than human?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of... It's a strange thing, because it makes... the idea of being a vampire in these movies is kind of... I mean, maybe it's just because I had to play Edward, who hated being a vampire. And it's so strange how the whole series is saying, being a vampire is so great, and I'm the one character who hates it. So it's kind of changed my whole opinion of what it is to be a vampire. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's just about giving her, she gets confidence from it. So whatever it is that gives you confidence is probably a good thing.
If enough people knew the truth, maybe we could convince the Volturi to listen. My family's in danger. I need your help. We'll join you.
We will stand with you.
A lot of red eyes around here.
There is a line in the trailer too said by Jacob, which is, you know, there's a lot of red eyes around here. And it did make me think of especially some of the very die-hard fans, which will be sad to see the franchise finish. So how would you describe the experience that they'll be in for when they go and see part 2? I mean, it's funny because it's a big movie at the end. I mean, there's something like 70 new cast in it, and there's a big, it's very epic and everything. But really, the final moments I think are probably the sweetest, kind of most intimate little sequences in the whole series. And I guess that was kind of the most important part to me when I got to that bit. I mean, it is a very emotional, just like tender little ending to the whole series, which I thought was kind of, I think it's very fitting. Your power, or one of your supernatural powers as the character of Edward Cullen is, of course, telepathy. Can you see this going on beyond part 2? I don't know. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, I wouldn't be, I'm definitely not ruling it out at all. I just don't know how much longer I can really pass for 17. I don't even think I really can now. So, like, I guess I'll see what happens.
I'll never let anybody hurt you.
Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 is in cinemas right across Australia, so check it out to find out if teen vampire families really can live happily ever after. I'm going to take a short break, and when I come back, I'll have Alicia Malone and Alec Baldwin with me talking about Rise of the Guardians on Premiere, and I'll have all the latest movie news for you from all around the world. Back in a mo. Hey, welcome back for more Movie Juice. In just a moment, we'll join Alicia Malone in LA for Premiere. She hooked up with Alec Baldwin to find out all about Rise of the Guardians. But right now, it's time for the latest, hottest movie news in big, bold, living colour. At the AFI Festival in Los Angeles, Kristen Stewart was back in the spotlight for a screening of On the Road. And while co-stars Amy Adams and Garrett Hedlund joined her on the red carpet, it was on-again boyfriend Robert Pattinson who reportedly kept Kristen company at the after-party. Other celebrities turning out at the festival, Bradley Cooper with his romantic drama, Silver Linings Playbook. Castmates Christina Hendricks and Elle Fanning presented Ginger and Rosa, and John C. Reilly stepped out to support Marion Cotillard and her drama Rust and Bone. Elsewhere in Tinseltown, Eddie Murphy was the centre of attention at a Spike TV event in his honour. Martin Lawrence, Russell Brand, Samuel L. Jackson and Tracy Morgan were among the stars paying tribute to the comedian. BAFTA Los Angeles held their annual Britannia Awards, hosted by Alan Cumming.
It's very nice. It's a bit of a love fest with a few gags.
Daniel Day-Lewis took home honours for excellence in film, while Daniel Craig, looking as dapper as his James Bond character, was named British Artist of the Year.
It's always nice to have a night to celebrate any talent within this business, so just good to be a part of.
His Skyfall co-star Berenice Marlowe was on hand for support.
First of all, it was very challenging as an actress because he's a brilliant, very subtle actor, so this is very stimulating. And more than that, he's a brilliant, wonderful human being with a wonderful sense of humour, so we had a great time also.
But the night wasn't only about celebrating Brits. Quentin Tarantino was bestowed with an award for excellence in directing.
I've been around 20 years and my reputation is finally catching up with me.
Quentin's Django Unchained star Kerry Washington came out for the filmmaker.
I'm so thrilled for him, and it's just a night to sort of show support and love, and we're also excited about Django and about all of his success.
And the creators of South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, were honoured with a trophy for excellence in comedy.
Honestly, we're up all night last night finishing an episode of South Park that airs tonight. And it was our last episode of the season and everything, so we're just like in a fog right now, but it was bad timing.
I like to spend my Wednesdays on the couch, like relaxing and getting drunk or something. And so the idea that we have to come and be funny on stage is like, okay, this seems like not a normal Wednesday for us, but yeah, and we normally don't get invited to these things, so this is pretty cool, I guess.
Cameron Diaz jetted to London to join co-star Colin Firth at the premiere of their new comedy Gambit. The pair stayed close together as they made their way through the press line and had this to say about working together.
She keeps you on your toes, you know. Master of the craft, you know, dressed in a way that keeps you certainly very alert. And no, a complete joy, really.
We had a lot of fun.
Well, that's it for Movie Juice News. Now we'll join Alicia Malone in LA, where she hooked up with Alec Baldwin and got the lowdown on Rise of the Guardians. It's a brand new animated action flick about protecting the innocence of children. Here's Premiere.
I love the idea for this film because as much as we all grow up with these childhood heroes, I've never thought about them coming together before. Did you?
Well, no, but I'm glad that this film, you have, you know, this kind of Justice League, if you will, of childhood. That concept of all these different characters coming together to fight, you know, some enemy of innocence, if you will. And I think that they did a very imaginative job in the way that they put that together. The tone of the film, I think, is really walks a nice line between sweet and appropriate for children, but a little edgier too.
When I heard about this story, I know it's based on a series of books, but I thought it seems so simple and so good. Why hasn't it been told before?
Well, I don't know, but you know, Bill Joyce, you know, was hanging out with his daughter, and she said, "Have these characters ever met one another, Daddy?" And that was it, just a gem of an idea, and you know, here we are 10 years later.
It must be such a treat to see it on the big screen in the Chinese theatre, such Hollywood history.
I think the great thing about animated films is that so much of it is unfinished as you do the voice work. And they're almost drawing now around you. They literally have cameras that shoot your mouth and the way you talk and move, so that the animation is very you know, digitally precise. Yeah. And so the treat for you is that you see the movie when it's done, you know, later. Like, I'm going to see the movie now. I've only seen 40 minutes of the movie up till now. So I'm going to see the movie for the first time finished today.
And is this the first time you're seeing it with an audience?
No, we've actually had a few, but there's nothing like being at the Chinese Theater here on Hollywood Boulevard. This is the great movie palace of America, so being here is pretty special.
Okay, that was Premiere. I love Alec Baldwin. I'm going to take one more short break, and when I come back, I'll have a whole pile of insanity with me. There's a new film out called God Bless America, and I've pulled together a feature for you that proves playing crazy could be the smartest and sanest move an actor can make in terms of their career. Don't go away, it's all coming up. Hey, it's great to have you still with us for this very chunky part of Movie Juice. It's amazing how playing an insane character can really build an actor's Oscar-winning career. So I took a long, hard look at who goes nuts on the big screen and collects awards for it. You'd be surprised how often being a total nutcase really impresses Hollywood. So everyone at home, loosen up your straitjacket, because here we go. Most people don't want nut jobs for friends.
What? You got this again?
But we love crazy people in movies. When an actor goes nuts, it's heaps of fun to watch on screen. But what does playing the crazy character do for an actor's career?
She's shy. What monkey? Get your own monkey!
Well, for a start, it can get you noticed. Zach Galifianakis became a big star when he played the deranged Alan in The Hangover.
You psycho!
Isla Fisher had some mad game after Wedding Crashers.
We're gonna be so happy together.
Then turned it up to 11 by getting all crazy town in Wedding Days.
He cracks me up, you guys.
Mike Myers has always played super nutty characters, with the Austin Powers movies being the pinnacle of his success.
Don't mess with me, I'm one crazy mofo.
You're like a child. Give me the man!
And Ben Stiller has built his entire career on crackpot roles.
I eat success for breakfast with skim milk.
Repulse the monkey.
So what is a crazy role?
Calm down.
It can be defined as playing a character who is twisted, unhinged, delusional, idiotic, and absurd. This would include every Jim Carrey movie.
I was the middle child! What was wrong with me?
And the granddaddy of them all, Jack Nicholson, in, well, any role.
You're not going anywhere.
What is it about playing a crazy or a mental character that is so great for an actor's career?
Because you can relate to it. I mean, I could relate to everything on the page with Shirley Moochmore. As soon as I read it, she jumped off and came straight into my soul, into my being, which is why I fought so hard for the character.
Look, I mean, you just want to sort of, you just want to let yourself go.
He's much better if you just let him go. Just point him in the right direction,
So why is playing a crazy character the smartest role an actor can take? Because they lead to Oscar glory. Kissing his Oscar's butt is Javier Bardem. Kathy Bates scored for Misery. Anthony Hopkins for Silence of the Lambs.
Well, if I hadn't received it, you'd all be in trouble.
Joe Pesci was unbeatable in Goodfellas.
Joe, you were involved in two of the most violent films of the year, with Home Alone and Goodfellas.
You thought Home Alone was violent?
Jack Nicholson went cuckoo for his Oscar.
I guess this proves there are as many nuts in the Academy as anywhere else.
Forrest Whitaker bagged a statue for playing the insane dictator Idi Amin. And eventually, Jeff Bridges got one for Crazy Heart.
So I was, really far out there,
Heath Ledger got one for nailing the Joker.
I don't want to kill you.
Charlize Theron scored for Monster, while Daniel Day-Lewis won for There Will Be Blood. And you'd have to be crazy not to give Natalie Portman an Oscar when she went completely schizo in Black Swan.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
But no discussion about playing crazy characters can forget this Oscar-winning guy. There's even a Facebook page devoted to Nick Cage losing his shit. If there's another actor or actress you think is the reigning king or queen of crazy, let us know who it is at facebook.com/MNCTV. In the meantime, Nick is our pick. Check this out.
Glass or plastic? Glass or plastic? Now let's go find some rockets! That's a pretty big freaking problem, Laura. Fix it now! All right, just back away. Just back away. Runner!
Okay. What do you mean? How, in the name of Zeus's butthole?
Well, I think we'd like God on our side at the moment, don't you?
Let's go, I'm bored, let's go. Bravo.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole? Oh, well, then everything's just fine! Maybe!
Do not move that.
I can't afford to take that chance!
Why don't you talk louder?
Shame on them!
I could have included Joaquin Phoenix in there, but the jury is out regarding whether he's acting insane or whether he's actually insane. Now, we'll stick with the crazy theme and take a look at a new film out in cinemas this week called God Bless America. Remember the guy with the screechy voice in the Police Academy movies, Bobcat Goldthwait? Well, this is his film.
A tumor this size is very dangerous. Do you have any family? Oh, gotta take this.
My name is Chloe. I live in Virginia Beach, and everyone loves me because I'm so pretty. I wanted an Escalade! This is the biggest day of my life, and I'm doing all the work!
Hey, creepy. Isn't the schoolgirl thing a little played out?
Don't move and don't make a sound.
If you want the car, just take it. My parents got me the wrong one anyways.
Yeah, that's a tragedy.
I think some people think I wrote a movie because I'm really angry, and I might be, but it's really about there's a lack of kindness I believe in our country. So I wrote a movie about asking people to be nice where we kill a whole bunch of people.
Did you just kill Chloe? Boss.
I play a guy named Frank Murdoch, who is, I guess, kind of a loser.
Could you move your car? I'm running kind of late.
His daughter doesn't want to visit him in his parental visits.
You want to go see your dad? I want an iPhone. I don't want my dad. I hate going there.
And then I go in and I find out I have a brain tumor.
You can't be here.
So I'm thinking I might just end it.
You sure you're ready now?
You really had the chance to do something awesome here. My character's name is Roxy, and she's a high school student. She's 16, and she hates all the crap that she sees on TV. And so she witnesses Frank killing Chloe, the star of my Super Sweet 16, and she is just enraptured.
And that was a fantastic start. Do you take requests? Who are you killing next?
You're friggin' Rambo, man. It's not irresponsible because it's all a satire. I'm actually non-violent, and I don't want anyone to get killed.
What are you looking at, old man?
Hey, buddy, what's wrong?
A lot. A lot of crazy people out there.
I hope the folks that do watch the movie, I hope they enjoy it. And I'm not asking people to kill reality stars, or I'm not even asking them to stop watching it. I'm just asking people, like, is this really the best we can do?
I know it's not normal to want to kill, but I am no longer normal.
You really gotta take both those spots?
Yeah.
This is the best day ever!
That's all the nuttiness we have time for, but make sure you tune in again next time because I'll have with me 007. I've interviewed Daniel Craig for every Bond film he's done so far, and let me tell you, those turquoise eyes are hypnotising. But in the meantime, why not stay with Star Picks for all the movies you know and the actors you love? Broadcast in glorious high definition with 5.1 surround sound where available. For all the best in entertainment news, find or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and mnc.tv.